Hey, my name's Nat, and this is Newsbreak. Aussies woke up to some pretty good news this morning. Voyager are through to the Eurovision Grand Final. Here's Josh to fill us in.
Australia!
This is the moment Voyager, the synth-metal band representing Australia at this year's Eurovision Song Contest, made it into the grand final. So what's the song that got us here? Well, take a look for yourself.
Promise me it's gonna be alright.
Their song Promise was the last performance of the second semi-final, and the band says it was written specifically for the Eurovision stage.
Growing up as a kid, it's literally in my lifeblood. I think the Eurovision runs through my veins somehow. And it's such a beautiful marriage of what we've been doing for such a long time as a band, and now getting to do it on the greatest stage on earth.
Voyager has had quite the, voyage to reach this point. Their band exploded into the scene back in 1999, and they tried for years to get into the beloved song contest. But look at them now. They'll hit the grand final stage early on Sunday morning, so let's just hope they can make history and become the first Aussies to take home the win. Yes, come on! But, no pressure.
After months of trying to figure out what to do with millions of unsold YEEZY shoes, Adidas has finally come up with a plan. The sportswear company cut ties with rapper Ye, also known as Kanye West, in October last year, after he shared anti-Semitic views, which means views that are offensive and hateful towards Jewish people. It left them with about $1.3 billion worth of shoes that they didn't know what to do with. But now the company's announced it's going to sell them and donate the money to charities and organizations that support people who are harmed by Ye's comments. Twitter's CEO Elon Musk has announced he's found a new chief executive for the social media platform. He hasn't revealed who it is yet, but we know it's a woman and she'll be starting in about 6 weeks. He also said he'll be transitioning to the role of executive chair and chief technology officer, which will look after the product, software and system operations. Nope, that's not the right piece. Are you any good at puzzles? Do you reckon you could finish one under pressure? Well, some talented puzzlers from South Australia have battled it out in a big competition. Here's Liba.
This isn't a chill puzzle night by any means. It's the South Australia State Jigsaw Puzzle Competition. And here, it's all about speed.
3, 2, 1, oh!
Every year, people from all over the country travel to Wollonga, South Australia, for a chance to become champion puzzler.
You only want to touch your pieces as few times as possible.
I'm now starting to learn, if you do the edges first, you might not be doing it the quickest way.
The aim of the game is simple. Be the first to complete a 500-piece puzzle. There are 3 divisions, teams of 4, pairs, and solo entries. And the speediest in the solo and pair divisions get to represent South Australia in the Nationals. So, how did everybody go? These guys finished in 32 minutes.
I'm pretty happy with that time.
And in the solo comp, things got pretty intense.
We're nearly 40 minutes in, and amazingly, this girl here from Victoria is taking them straight from the box. Not even messed around like all the others.
The winning puzzler was done in 48 minutes. And hopefully, we'll get to see her at the Australian Championships in Sydney later this year.
Didn't expect to find you here. Just like these next stories. 4 sisters in Bosnia have been busy building the first Hobbit-style village in southeast Europe. Inspired by the Lord of the Rings series, the village will feature several Hobbit houses, just like this one, decorated with local materials. The sisters hope that the village will attract tourists from all over the world. Now to a 1.5 metre long alligator in a stormwater drain in the US. Road workers in Florida thought they had spotted a toad, but as they sent the robot camera further down the drain, they discovered this snappy surprise. And finally, pampered pooches strutted their stuff at the annual puppy prom in San Diego. There were all sorts of canines in all sorts of costumes, but there can only be one prom king and queen. And this year, that was Bitsy and Bear, the Yorkshire Terriers. The puppy prom, which is now in its 9th year, is all to raise money for the local animal centre. Well, that's all from us this week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.